Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick from Run the Foot Market. Guys, I'm joined by Mr. James Cripsy today. What's going on, buddy?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm excited for this one. It's going to be good.
Basically, we're going to be looking today at kind of like a mock drop of potential Futmas cards this year. It was made by ultimateteam.co.uk, which is, I think, a renowned website in publishing good articles about promo events and all that.
Yep.
So what we have for you on the top right is, it's going to be a discussion. This video is going to be a discussion about Cripsy and I talking about potential, just kind of like things that we like in these cards, maybe whether it's a good player or, you know, we could talk about things like, could it impact another player's price? Just to start off the video, you know, before we get and look into anything, guys, I'm going to have Cripsy's links down below, so make sure you check him out. He's a really good player. And if you guys do end up enjoying the video, make sure you guys smash a like. They like to choose players, it seems, last year they did at least, that maybe won't get informs throughout the year. So they're very, like, you know, like pleasing to the eye to go ahead and do. So
and they look cool.
Start off, yeah, they like the card design is unbelievable, dude.
Like I would pay extra money just for the card design.
Sick.
You know, like, and the fact that there's been a lot of rumors. Maybe we could touch on this one, Nick. But there's been a lot of rumors. People saying, oh, they're gonna have like some for packs and stuff, like putting them in packs.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's something that EA might do, or just a discussion? Do you think that might happen?
Depends how sellout they need to be. I would say they would only do that if they were really maybe down on revenue, and it looked like they were, but now Black Friday, guys, or not Black Friday, what, Team of the Group Stage, guys, the amount of packs that were, and I think it's interesting, actually, before we go in and talk about any of these cards, is that, I mean, like, the amount of packs we had was crazy, like, that, yes, there was lightning rounds, but they did them all weekend, and then they did, like, some of them had 50, 100,000, like some more packs than Black Friday. So I think it's all a little bit of a telling tale that I think you and me were talking about it investment-wise, looking into the Futmas before that event, that like for Team of the Group Stage, we were like, I don't know if the 84s, the 85s, all that was cheap enough yet, and if there was enough supply, and they really supplied the market with golds. Which, if you guys don't know what Futmas is, you get 3-player SBCs per day for like 8 or 9 days. And they all have like 84, 85, 86 team ratings. So you're going to need to submit your golds. And then they also have a lot of Team of the Week requirements. So I think they really supplied the market with a lot of that. And that could be a big reason why they did so many promos. Who knows? Obviously, this should start on Friday. So we'll know by Friday if it's happening or not. But I like to do these videos. I like to hype these videos. And we start to look at some really cool cards that we could get this year. So what do you like? I mean, this is, so we're talking, by the way, guys, these aren't just like randomized players. They're randomized players in terms of the number, but their number is correlated to the day. So obviously if it starts on the 15th, which lands on a Friday, this year, those are 3 possible examples: Dyer, Sturridge, and Paulinho that could get cards. There's obviously multiple players who wear certain numbers, but I think these are this is definitely a cool, it's a cool like way of predicting, and these guys from Ultimate Team are doing their 3 per day. So out of the first, I mean, the greatest part about, and if you want to touch on this a little bit, the greatest part about Futmas, I think, is position changes. And that's what makes some of these cards so valuable, is that I think we could just skip ahead really quickly. We won't do this. We'll go day by day, and we'll look at what we like each day on this prediction. But you look at that Cam Mkhitaryan on the 22nd.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Cam Mkhitaryan. Like,
that's the thing that's like, oh, you know, some of us are like, hey, I'm saving my coins. I'm not giving EA my coins. I'm not doing SBCs. That's something that, you know, are we going to see that this year? It may be worth it to go do.
I think when you think about the impact that Cam Mkhitaryan had last year, I know that he had, like, was it an International Man of the Match card or something like that? And that card was so heavily traded and sought after. Like, and the card is good enough to be a Cam. Like, let's not lie about it. We'll get to it overall. But just at the end of the day, like, having a United player at position change with that kind of pace dribbling, I mean, it's a bit of a no-brainer. That card's going to be very, very expensive, but incredibly powerful. Guys,
down in the comments below, let us know what's the player, you know, who wears a number between 15 and 25 that you want to see the most during Futmas. Doesn't even need to be a player on this image. You know, if there's an SBC, let us know what's a cool player that you want to see. If there's a certain position change that you want to see, let us know down below. I think I would do Paulinho.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I would touch. I think if I was going to touch any of the first day, if I had to choose, it'd be Paulinho. I know that his normal cards are actually kind of solid. Like, I talk about cards in general. When I see a card, I want it to do something extraordinary. You know, like, for me, I want, like, you look at the big cards, you know, your Vieiras or your Maldinis or your R9s. I know they're different examples in terms of their icons, but they all do something extra well that no other card can do. So when I look at these cards, I'm thinking, nah, Dyer, there's better options. You know, I mean, if Bakayoko gets that inform, who knows what's going to happen there. Sturridge, again, not enough pace, and the Paulinho. There's other options, but it's a good all-around card. Like, if you could do that card for, like, 30k, I know it's not going to happen, but if you happen to be able to, I mean, that's not too bad. But I wouldn't be buying it for 100. I mean, like you see a lot of SBCs as well. Like you'll see in the last day, they'll drop in price really heavily. It's literally like going to be like hardly any time for it to drop, just because there's so much hype into the next ones. You know, like the cards.
Yep, and then they start hyping exactly.
Yeah, so it's not really. Yeah, it's not really something you can think about. Oh, I can do this cheaper in an hour. Not really. Like it's probably not going to be the case.
Anything on the 16th or the 17th that you like? I mean, obviously, I like the Boateng Van Dijk situation out of those 2 days.
The issue with Van Dijk, and a lot of people, I think, have avoided that card, is he's got high attacking work rates and medium defensive. So he has great stats as a centre back, but he's not always in the right position. So I'm not calling myself a pro player, but from a higher level player perspective, it doesn't fit for me. Plus, his links aren't too great either. I think Boateng would be good. Apparently he's having an atrocious year. I mean, I don't know that as a fact, but apparently he's not having a great year. This could be the only time he gets an inform.
It's an unbelievable player, the gold card itself.
Yeah. I think his stamina is his biggest problem. So that might be something if they rise his stamina by a few, then it might be the look. But again, that could be a 350k card just based on the fact of his normal card. So you just have to like be careful. Look at the actual upgrades that it gives him. You know, if it gives him +5 stamina or something like that, then that's something I'd look at and be like, you know, that's really interesting. I might think about that one.
I remember we had one last year who I think was Kurzawa, who was really, there was one who was like a decent player who was only 20k.
Yep.
So I think if Areola or the other guy is only 15, if any of these are only 15 or 20k, I'll probably just do them. Collector.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Get to put them in your club.
Yep.
And yeah, so I'll do them. If they're under 25, I'll definitely just do them. But you know, I'm not going to be doing Immobile if he's 100k, stuff like that. So
the Alba.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently he's tipped to get an inform this week, so that'll change. You know, if he was to get an inform, I don't expect him to get a a Futmas card. If he doesn't get an inform, he may very well get a Futmas card. I mean, the only options, if you think about it, in a month's time, we're going to have Team of the Year, we think. You know, just going off last year.
Yeah.
The only card that sort of trumps him in that area is going to be Team of the Year Marcelo. But that card's going to be like $1 million. Or, you know, it's going to be very expensive. So you've either got Jordi Alba's Christmas card, you know, Futmas card, or you've got the Team of the Year Marcelo. And then you obviously got your Roberto Carlos as well as being the sort of the easier option to link everything with. I mean, I'd do the Alba price dependent. But if he's in the 100 to 150k range, I think I would say yes. If he was above 200, I'd be concerned.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think if Sidibe and Rudy, if those guys get in as well, obviously it's just prediction guys, but looking at this prediction, I think if Sidibe and Rudy are cheap, I'll do them.
Yep.
Just because Rudy would give you some Bayern links, and if he is 20, 25k, it's not a bad center mid. And then Sidibe, obviously, just at any point if you're looking for some kind of, I don't know, some triangle on the right side. I'm trying to think of League One right backs. All you really have is Inform Munier. Because I wouldn't play with Dani Alves.
Yeah, well, Dani Alves, because he got that 85 card the other day, didn't he?
Yeah,
and it's just so
isn't
awful.
It high-low?
Oh, it's high-low as a right back,
It's
but
just
then
a mess, bro.
And then the problem with it is like he actually has really low physical.
It's like 60,
if they had to give him a right
shirts.
mid card, it would have been more dealable.
If that Muriel card is under 40k, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Just because it's going to be one of those super sub sweat guys that I'll probably end up using, and if I do play more FUT champs.
Yep. Which you will. It'll suck you in.
Yeah, you can never not benefit from another super sub.
No, exactly.
Biglia probably is going to be. They're probably going to make him expensive, and he's not that intriguing to me.
No.
And then
he doesn't do anything great. You know.
Lallana is interesting. What are your thoughts on him?
I mean, he gets very overshadowed because he's in the Prem. You know, like it's really hard to link him with anyone outside the Premier League.
Yeah.
So you're either, I mean, if you're a Liverpool fan, you're probably going to do it, and you're probably going to enjoy it. But if I'm looking at him, man, his pace isn't electric. His dribbling and passing's nice. Nice physicality for a midfielder that you're probably going to more so play a cam more than anything. Like, you throw a Hunter on that card, it's probably a little bit of business, you know?
Totally.
But he's going to be expensive because of the Liverpool tag. It's, you know, it is just what it is. If it's Liverpool, it's going to be up.
Herrera, bro.
That's a card.
Oh, that's a good card.
A card. I mean,
I would do that.
I really like
that's going to be expensive though.
Oh yeah, I liked his normal card. Like really, like it was a really nice normal card. I mean, it was lacking in a few areas, but he's getting what, a +2, if that's the prediction. You know, he's getting a +2, and he's a midfielder. And the best thing is he's Spanish, so that really helps with links in general.
Totally.
I mean, if he's in the 80s, it is dribbling, defending, physical, and passing, because he's just shy of that in his normal card. You put a Hunter on that thing, it's probably one of the better all-round cards for the Prem.
22nd, dude, 23rd. There's like too much to like.
I mean, Mendy's hardly gonna play a game like all year.
Dude, if Mendy gets it, I'm telling you, I will do it, because here's the deal with Mendy. Like, I've used his normal card with a shadow, and it's just a little slow. Like. It feels like 2-3 pace more, he would be so good.
Yep.
Because he's got the, and I don't want to say this because you know a lot more than me in terms of the tactics and more into the game, but he's got that Marcos Alonso feel. Yeah. Because he's just tall.
He's tall. And he's a
lefty,
and he's really strong.
Yeah, man, it feels like that card, and I loved his team of the season last year, the Marcos Alonso. So I'm always looking for a card that's really similar to that.
He's in the Oreo boat, man. I'm telling you. You put a shadow on that thing. And, like, players bounce off Oreo. Like, Oreo keeps running, players hit him, and then just push him off. So, I would say that Mendy card, I mean, he's not going to get another, special card. He's really not. Like, he might get one late in the year when the game's done
he's injured for the year,
Yeah, no, he's done with his knee. I mean, he's on the bench with his knee done. But what I think is that, like, you look at it and you think, you know what, like, that's probably why his price might be right up, is purely because, A, he's Manchester City, he's French, so the French connections is really, really strong. But the other thing is people don't think he's going to get another one, so that's why his price might be really high. Again, though, if you're a City fan or if you're going to run an all-French team, I mean, there's not many great French left-back options. And I think that's
you have that Brazilian card, and I just think that even though it trumps it in terms of pace by a little, that Mendy, the height and the physical,
he's a big boy.
It's a beast.
Yeah, no,
he's a big boy.
Big guy.
So then we have, that Mkhitaryan's beautiful.
I mean, Pulisic has already got a scream, doesn't he? So that's not very interesting.
Yeah, I don't think Pulisic will get in, and if he does, there's no point of doing it, really.
No.
Draxler would be all right. I don't love Draxler.
I think, though, being a position change makes it interesting.
Oh, he is a left mid.
Yeah. I think that's
interesting.
Very interesting because he's German, and
yeah.
If you have, like, it's the same with the Spanish cards. German, there's not many great links you can do with German players, like the German league, the La Liga. The Bundesliga. Yeah. Now you've got this card that's central and he's German. I mean, that's pretty impressive for starting to work out links with the league. With Ligue 1. Like, you can start working around your Mbappe's and your Neymar's with a German team. Like, that's interesting to me. I'm not going to do it because I'm a La Liga kind of guy. But there's a lot of people out there that have been really interested in trying to get a Bundesliga team. Like, think about it. You can now link, like, a Vidal properly with Draxler because of the whole German links. Like, you can get all these links working now. So you're going to be looking at some pretty powerful teams if they start mixing these La Liga and Bundesliga. They need to do it, so I hope this card's going to happen for variety's sake.
I think Brazilian's probably not going to get one because he does have an inform.
Yeah.
I just don't know if he is going to throw that in, especially if they do Mendy on the 22nd, which I'm praying for now.
Yeah.
Florenzi's great. I think I loved that card last year. I haven't used it this year. Smaller, but it was one of my favorite cards last year, and I think obviously it doesn't hurt if we do get that card. I don't know, he got an inform really early on last year, really early on.
And it was very
expensive.
He
doesn't have one this year, and I'm not sure if he's going to be getting one.
Yeah.
So that could be a card for value to do.
Well, it picks up the 9 Golan combo. You know, you're running the Roma combo, you know, and I think that
the Nainggolan and Manolis, that whole triangle.
Yeah, and if Nainggolan already got his in form, I mean, we're just waiting on Manolis at this point, but people are going to do it. People are going to do that.
Manolis last year, bro.
No, exactly. People are going to do it. If that's a thing from Florenzi, people are going to do it, and at the very worst case scenario, that's going to be a super sub into DM somewhere. You know what I mean? Like he would just be a midfield,
like a little Kimmich action.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's a little bit pacier, which is what you want.
A little bit more, yeah.
So
exactly, he's got more pace.
He's in the Hullet gang as well, being 80s all round. That puts the value up in general. So I mean, I'd do it if I was running that kind of thing. So that's a 250, 350k card, I think.
Yeah, totally. It's gonna be expensive.
Yep. Jimenez, nah.
Last day.
Yep.
Obviously, Valencia is possible. Socrates. Those are two great cards.
Yeah, I think the issue with Socrates, and I think it'll forever haunt him, is that he's just not a nationality that's used. And I think that makes it so hard for him to be useful. It's the same with Aubameyang. Like, you see a lot of people running Aubameyang just off chem because there's no other good links. I mean, it's a good card. Is it a card that I'd pay money for? Not a chance. I mean, if you happen to have the players in there and you run a Bundesliga team, by all means, by all means, do it. But it's not like I'm sitting there thinking, geez, I want to change my team just for him at this point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And before we even get into Valencia, I want to talk about this because we talked about this before.
Yes.
I would probably be willing to put a bet that there's going to be a right back from the BPL at some point during Futmas.
Yeah.
Whether it's Valencia, Aurier, Walker, and there was one more that we talked about, I think. I don't know
Bayerin
who it was,
or something like that.
Bayerin.
Yeah.
There's going to be one. There was Bayerin last year. It's gonna be interesting to watch, and I think you and me were talking about this. If you guys own Inform Valencia, he's very high right now on both consoles. Obviously, he should be. He's an animal.
Yep.
You might want to just play the safety of selling him this Thursday after rewards. We've looked at trends that
a
lot of cards just in general. Yeah, or sell it when you see this video.
Yeah. Panic.
Because everybody panic. Run.
Run.
Looking at it just in a standpoint that it looks like the market is just going to go down for the next 3 weeks in general.
Yeah.
Like right when Futmas comes out, it takes coins off the market. People are doing these SBCs, submitting coins away.
Yeah.
And that's not the point of the right back talk. It's the point that if Valencia does get this card, I think his inform, even though it's, you can't trade this Futmas card, his inform could take a little bit of a hit. And just the reason why his inform right now is so high is because, first of all, it's a Team of the Week 1 card, so it's extremely rare. There's probably only 100. I mean, there's probably 200 cards on the game, but in the market at a given time,
it's less than 10. It's literally less than a page.
On Xbox it's less than a page. PS4 is probably 2 or 3, so probably 2. It's just so rare, and there's no competition with him. Like, nobody's close. I know you and me talked about this. If Aurier gets 2 informs, he'll probably be slightly better than him, but he needs 2 to get there.
Yep.
Walker's going to need an inform to compete. No one competes with him right now at all. No. Like, it's not even close, and that's why he's literally by far the best. He's rare. So, for me right now, you're paying right now, guys, it's like 500K on Xbox for a right back in the Prem, and I know he's amazing. I get it. He's the best. He's literally the best. I don't think any icons are better than him at all. It's tough. I just want you guys to play it safe, where if he does get this, it might bring his value down. What are your thoughts on this? I think for me, we have to get a BPL right back because EA sees this. Like, they see that Valencia is very expensive right now.
I think though, like, we have to see a BPL right back. It's a no-brainer. That's what we're going to see.
Yeah.
The issue that I have is I genuinely think that it would be Valencia because it's so expensive, this right back. They want to reduce the cost between all, like, let's be honest, CR7's the best, and that's what it is in that position for that league. Do you know what I mean? They want to do whatever they can to reduce that price eventually. And they will. He'll get a bunch of special cards, and it'll all come down, and everyone can afford it eventually, right? It's got to be the same with Valencia. I mean, if they brought out, like, a Bayerin, people still aren't going to do it. There's better options than Bayerin. It's go and do the... Aurier. Go and do Aurier. Go and get, Walker if you can't afford the Valencia. I think it has to be Valencia. I genuinely do. I can't see any reason why they shouldn't do it. I can't think of a reason why they shouldn't do it to drop his price, you know?
Okay.
Unless they're like, you have to use his inform to get it. Like, they're not going to do that, but you get my point. Happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, you get my point. Like, I think they have to. I mean, that card's unreal. People say, oh, he's got a high work rate. Yeah, he's got a high. That card works just as hard going backwards as it does going forwards. I mean, if I ever got this card, I think I'd bring it off the bench, like, at the very lowest. By the end of the game, if I'm running around with every prime icon under the sun, he'd still come off the bench as a sub for me. Just how good, just how good that card is. I'd pay 500 for that card. I would.
Yeah.
His inform's 500. I didn't pay 500 for it, but I'd still pay 500 for it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'd probably pay for it as well. I would. That's probably one of the cards I would totally do. That would be a higher budget. I would do it as an SBC card.
Yeah.
And I think the cool thing about these cards is, like, it's always a thing in the spring where, like, people are like, I wish I did them.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
So, guys, before we end the video, like, if there's any of these that, I know you don't like doing SBCs, but guys, these are very limited edition. So if you're big into collecting, if you're big into having, like, cool super subs at the end of the year, you got to do these cards if your gut is telling you want to do it. Because I did this last year where I said, I'm going to save money, all this. I was sitting there in, like, April with only 2 or 3 of these out of 27, or however many it was last year, and I was just so, like, why didn't I do more of those?
Exactly. And it's the end of the day.
Most of them, most of them didn't get informs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's what I was freaking out about, and I didn't realize that if you look at the type of players, they're mostly players who don't really get a ton of informs, are in odd positions, just stuff like that. So,
and I think as well, like, at the end of the day, you guys are making coins. Like, you do one of these cards, man, you're going to make these coins back. You know, this game's going to be non-existent in 9 months. You know, in 6 months, you know, whatever, like, have fun. At the end of the day, man, it's a game, you know. Yes, we trade and we want to make money, we want to make coins, we want to have the best team ever, but at the end of the day, you still want to have fun. You know, if you think one day you're going to run a full Brazilian team, do the Paulinho. You know, do the Paulinho, because you won't be, you know, like, you want to run with the full Spanish team, because Team of the Year has a few Spanish players in it, you know, or La Liga. You know, do those players, because you never know the hybrids that you could put together, you know, in the future. And you don't want to sit there. Like, last year, man, I was spewing I didn't do that Fernandinho. I thought that Fernandinho was unreal.
Yeah. And did you do the Emre Can?
No, I didn't. And it took him so long to get informs.
Either of those two.
It took him so long to get informs that the game was basically null and void at that point.
I know, bro.
Yeah.
That was killer. So, I'm going to do a ton of these this year, guys. I'm going to actually do, like, the majority of these. The only ones I won't do is if, like, they do the crazy thing with, last year they did an Aubameyang where you needed an Aubameyang, it was like 700K. I'm not going to do those ones, but I think I'll do the majority, the ones that are like 70, 80 and under. Yeah. And here's the thing, like, the good thing is, like, guys, if you guys have been following this channel for a while, you've been in the streams, or you've just been watching, you should be able to afford a lot of these guys because they're not going to be crazy expensive. There's going to be some that are going to be very elite.
Yep.
But yeah, and I know a lot of the people who are watching this video, like, a lot of people are invested for Futmas as well. So you need to understand that you're going to be making a lot of coins probably with your 83s through 86s and informs and all that. You're going to have some kind of net that you're going to be able to do these pretty much off the profit you made, if not still have a little bit of change left over. So
exactly.
Yeah, it's totally a good move, guys. If you guys want to do any, do it.
Yep.
Because both of us are very regretful from not doing some of them last year.
Exactly.
And I think we've learned our lesson. So if you guys are new on the scene this year and you think you're doing yourself justice by saving all these coins and stuff, it really didn't matter. Like, I don't think that extra 200K really mattered that much, and I would have been much happier getting some of these cool cards, man. Look at the design. Unbelievable.
Yep. And I think at the end of the day, it's a game. You know, a lot of people get people get wrapped up, you know, in the, like, I know, Nick, you were all about, you know, trading. Oh, I trade. And then I remember earlier this year you said, I want to use my coins. You know, it's great to have all these coins, but I want to use them this year, you know, and I think this is the first time. I've seen you pick up a few cards and play with them, then sell them, obviously, for a profit. But come Team of the Year, I would actually expect to see you with a really rocking team. You know,
I'm going to be having dude, when that pre-crash, I'm going to make a nice team, dude.
Yeah, and I think, you know, that's something to remember is that, yes, there's a large portion of the community that play the game for fun, but there's a portion of the community in trading that love to just trade. But at the end of the year comes, man, they're going to be like, I just did all that and I didn't really play much. So enjoy the game. It is a game at the end of the day. And there's a lot of awesome cards here. So take advantage of it while you can. It's only 24 hours per set, so
Totally, man. Guys, we're going to end the video here, but if you guys do enjoy, smash a like. I'm going to leave his links down below. Again, check him out if you haven't already. He's a great dude and knows a lot about the game, guys. He's a really good player. What did we finish last weekend, dude?
I was 36-4. Skill points outside of top 100.
Banging him out. It doesn't matter. He's still banging him out, guys.
I know.
Your boy over here is like 24 and fucking 40. All right, I'm shit. Guys, get involved. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I love doing these kind of videos. I like bringing him onto the channel a lot. He's here once a week. So if you guys go follow him, guys, because Cripsy's on the channel like once a week. So just get yourself involved. Guys, we're not on a live stream. Exclamation point 180s. Get it in the chat, in the comments down below. Thank you guys again for watching. And, dude, thank you for coming on and joining us today.
No, thank you very much for having me, Nick. And thank you very much, guys. Enjoy.
Peace, boys.